We'll start with Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Cliff, after looking back over the film, what did you feel your group did well in Monday's meeting, and what would you like to see your group improve upon tonight?
Well, I like the way we rebounded. I thought our defense in the second half was very good. Obviously, the biggest thing is, their strength is they create offense with their defense. And, we had 21 turnovers. And if we do that again tonight, it's going to be hard to win.
Alex Fleming. Okay, try someone. Philip Rossman-Reich.
Hey, Coach, I know I asked you this a few games ago, and you said you liked how Fultz organizes the team. As a young player, I mean, this is still his kind of second year going through the league. What kind of areas does he still need to kind of improve and grow on? And how do you set your expectations for a player that's still, kind of getting used to what the NBA is all about?
Well, I think obviously the biggest thing is just his range shooting. That will be, which he's working hard at, and it's gotten better and better. I think as much as anything, I just, what we talked to him about, he's got to be patient with himself about it. Again, you're talking about a guy who's always been a good shooter, so this isn't a guy who was a non-range shooter his whole life, who's like reconstructing his shot. He's a guy that shot, I think, 40% from three in college. And so I think sometimes that part's frustrating to him. Obviously, and I think it's coming. I think it will come quickly, is when he starts to shoot the ball from three, then everything changes. Everything changes. So as much as anything, I would say that will be, the next step. I mean, you want to, people talk about his shooting last year from the All-Star game to play stoppage, which I know was only like 12 or 14 games. He was like 7th in the NBA in pull-up jump shooting, I think from like 17 to 20 feet. So, I just think it's a matter of time.
Roy Perry, Orlando Sentinel.
Steve, we learned that, MCW is going to be out for a little bit. Obviously you guys have been dealing with a lot of injuries. Will you have Evan tonight? And, what's the rotation? What are they going to look like for tonight's game?
But James can play tonight. He'll be on minute restrictions, so we'll jump in and play him. He'll come off the bench. Evan is, leaning on trying to go. We're, in the process of trying to figure out if he'll be available or not now. I don't know how much he could play if he does play. And then again, this is, as some night, this is one of those we'll see. I'll know when but otherwise, Aaron will play some at 3 tonight. Gary will play a lot at 4. He may even start, depending on what does happen with Evan. And then we'll play big again. The Kim Vooch duo was very good.
Dante Marcatelli.
Hey, Cliff, last game, Kim Birch, very appreciative of the time he's getting and the trust that you have in him. We see the screen assists, the rebounding, the numbers are huge for what he's given you. What are all the things you see that Kim provides for your team?
Well, he's an intangible type player, I would say again, I don't know how exactly rotisserie league works, but I'm not sure you'd pick him on your rotisserie team. But if you're a teammate or a coach, you want him on your team. He's smart. He plays to his strengths, and he plays in a manner at both ends of the floor so that the team functions and his teammates play better. And it's hard to find guys like that. So, again, whenever he's had chances to play for any stretch of time, he's always played very well. And, we're lucky to have him.
Angel Gray.
Thank you. With Fox Sports Ohio. Coach, with the new schedule format, I know that you've already had this scenario against the Wizards, but now you have the same with the back-to-back games with the Cavs now. If you can share the benefits of that, or just your overall thoughts of the layout, how does that help, or is that a con?
I think it's going to be a very interesting dynamic in our league to play out over the year to see. I think it's very difficult to beat a team twice, in such a short period of time, whether you're home or on the road. I think that the benefit of it obviously is, even though we're playing, every other day, like we go, I think February 3rd is the next time we have 2 days off between games. But the one thing it does for your coaching staff is, again, yesterday was not a brand new opponent where you're watching 3-4 games and trying to come up with a game plan. You can watch the film, make the adjustments, try to figure out, more like a playoff series. What didn't they run, in game one that we'd seen before, and they're doing the same with us. So in terms of the coaching staff, the prep time, it's a little bit simpler. But again, NBA players are very prideful. That's one of the characteristics that allows them to play in this league. And no team likes to lose to another team twice in a short period of time. So again, I think it's going to be interesting when we look back on this to see how many of these series are splits.
Alex Fleming.
How you doing, Coach?
Good.
Sorry about the earlier problem. I had a bad connection.
That's okay.
What's the mood of the players considering all the nonsense that's been going on today?
I haven't, they come in, Alex, now I haven't had a chance to speak to them about it. Obviously it's unsettling, I think, for all of us. I mean, we can disagree about policies or the way the country should be run, but there's no place in our country for what's going on right now. And that's not a protest. They've gone way over the line, and the way it was organized I mean, nothing, obviously. I'm 59. I mean, I've never seen anything like this, and I've been, interested in what's going on in our world for a long time. But it's sad. I think our country is, I mean, we're being laughed at all over the world, from the way we've handled the pandemic to this. It's a sad day for everybody.
Josh Robbins, did you have a question?
That was my question. Thank you for asking the question.
Okay, well, that'll be it. Thanks, Coach.